Did white families also become sharecroppers after the Civil War? Imagine a time when the South was trying to rebuild after the Civil War, and everyone was looking for ways to survive. You might think only black families faced hardship, but many white families also found themselves in tough spots. After the war, the economy was shattered, and farming was no longer as profitable as before. Small white farmers, known as yeoman farmers, often lost their land because they couldn't pay debts or taxes. Cotton prices dropped, and many couldn't afford to keep their farms. As a result, some white families became sharecroppers or tenant farmers, working land they didn't own under similar conditions to black sharecroppers. Sharecropping involved renting land from landowners and giving a share of the crops, usually cotton or tobacco, as rent. Landowners often supplied tools, seeds, and supplies, but sharecroppers had to buy these on credit, which added to their debt. This cycle kept both black and white families in poverty, making it hard to save or buy land of their own. By the late 1800s, about 36% of white farmers in Mississippi were sharecroppers or tenant farmers. Black farmers made up the majority of sharecroppers, with around 85% not owning land. By the 1930s, nearly half of white farmers and over 75% of black farmers in the South were working as landless tenants or sharecroppers. The system grew out of the plantation economy, which used enslaved labor before the Civil War. After slavery ended, sharecropping became a way for landowners to keep control of the land and labor. It was supposed to help farmers work land without owning it, but in reality, it kept many families stuck in poverty. Both black and white families faced exploitation, but black Americans saw sharecropping as part of a larger fight for land ownership and economic independence. For black families, owning land meant more than just money. It was about having power, security, and a legacy. During Reconstruction and afterward, many black Americans worked hard to break free from sharecropping and build their own farms, even with many obstacles in their way. So, while sharecropping is often linked to black American struggles, white families also became sharecroppers after the Civil War. Economic hardship, the collapse of the old farming system, and the need to survive pushed many white families into similar situations. Both groups faced tough conditions, but the system was deeply tied to the racial and social hierarchies that had been built during slavery and continued through Reconstruction and Jim Crow laws. The shared experience of sharecropping shows how difficult life was for many farmers in the South after the war, and it highlights the ongoing efforts of black Americans to gain land, independence, and a better future.